So I'm making an omelet. This has green peppers, onions, and cherry tomatoes. And I'm gonna fry this in olive oil. I put a little bit of butter. After I crack the eggs, I'm gonna add a little bit of milk and then let it cook. And then just push the sides in from the eggs when it's cooking. I'm just gonna wait until these are a little bit browned. The tomatoes are. You know, in The Lion King, whenever Rafiki says, "Look harder." See how the tomato's a little wrinkly? That's what we want. Okay, now I'm gonna add the eggs. And add a little bit of milk. Well, actually, this is cream and water because I ran out of milk. And then I'm gonna season with a little bit of black pepper and salt and adobo. And then I'm gonna just mix it a little bit. Not like a straight up scramble, but just enough to get the milk in there. So it's not all one color. It'll be a little bit mixed. You'll see the yolk, you'll see the white. Now I'm gonna let this sit for a minute and I'm just gonna season it a little bit more. And then I'll show you when I'm pushing the sides in. I'm sorry, it's so dark. So you want to use a nonstick pan if possible for an omelet. This is probably not going to become an omelet because my pan, it was a nonstick pan, but it got scratched because somebody kept frying hamburgers on it. But this is what I'm going to do. Usually you have to tip the pan a little bit to let the wet kind of move to the side of the omelet. And then once that cooks on the side, you just kind of flip it over on top. And then it becomes a nice pretty omelet. And that's it, pretty much, yeah. I have my heat on medium high. You don't want to put it too high because it'll burn your eggs. You don't want to overcook them because they'll get dry. So you want to find a happy medium where you don't see a bunch of watery stuff. As soon as you see the last little bit of watery stuff like this, you turn your eggs off. That's the end. Because if you cook it anymore, even if you do cook it a little bit more, it might be okay. But that perfect timing is as soon as you see the last little bit of liquid. When it still looks kind of wet, but it's not. Let me show you. Push this a little bit in here. I'm gonna try to make an omelet. You really need a nonstick pan for this, or else this is really hard. See, this thing ain't even going. So I'm just gonna try to flip it now, if I can. I doubt it. Okay, that didn't work. Anyways, you get the point, right? See how the back of this looks? That's almost a little bit too much. So as soon as it gets like that, you're done. See, like this would be perfect. I'm just gonna let the bottom of this cook a little bit because it's still wet. And then as soon as that dries, that's it. I'm gonna turn it off and serve it. Obviously, you know, gotta serve eggs right away.